And how did you want it? Like, I have this and you don't have a camera? Or?
I need a camera. Here's an M10. That'll do.
This is better than the M10. Are you ready? Count of 2, 1, 2. You always do that, John. You're so predictable.
Sorry.
Click, click. Hello, everyone. This is Take from bigheadtaco.com, and I'm here in Hong Kong with Mr. John Lehmann. Hey, John, how's it going?
Hey, YouTube.
So, as you've seen on my videos, I'm here in Hong Kong to shoot a documentary movie on John Lehmann.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What am I going to
It's a surprise. It's a surprise. No, we're here to shoot a documentary movie on film photography. Really, it's a celebration of the film photography world. And John volunteered, thank you, John, to actually
It's a pleasure.
help me with the movie. So we all flew all the way to Hong Kong, and we've touched base with many of our friends. We're here in Annie Barton Studios, Carmen and Victor's studio here. So thank you, Carmen and Victor and Sugar and Honey.
Yeah, you may see the odd cat
walking past. So, and as well, we have David, the good friend of John's, who is the DP?
DPM888 on Instagram.
Oh, there you go. But I mean, he's also our DP right now. Right, so thank you, David, for running the camera for us. And we haven't touched base in the video.
It's been like since June, July,
what was
April, May.
Well, it was before you went to North Korea and they got canceled, isn't it? Or did we shoot another one after that?
Oh man, I've lost track. So I've been in North Korea 3 times. My last trip was in June.
Okay, so I think that's what was the one where you got your visa canceled?
Oh, that was in March. I was supposed to go in March and got canceled.
Okay.
The Chinese government canceled my visa. The North Koreans were okay with the Chinese.
So the North Koreans are all right with John Lehmann.
Yeah.
The North Koreans love John Lehmann. It's just for some reason, the
I don't know if they love me or not, but they're okay with me entering the country.
To take pictures.
Yeah.
And so you want to kind of touch base. So from that point what have you been up to since then?
Well, it's been a really busy summer. Went to North Korea for 12 days. I do a lot of work for a charity called First Steps, and they do some amazing work in North Korea. They work with pre- and postnatal women and provide important nutrition to help stave off malnutrition. And then they also import a lot of soybeans, mostly from Canada, to make soy milk for kindergarten grade through like grade 3 age school children to provide nutrition.
Oh, very nice.
And it's an important, I guess people often ask, well, why, the charity help North Korea? I mean, they're kids and they're neutral in what's going on, and it's not their fault. And I think it's a good way for foreign countries to reach out and make bridges to a country like North Korea that can be difficult to deal with. So it's a good program all around, and I'm a big fan of it and love supporting it.
Yeah, very good. So obviously we'll be embedding some pictures from this third and latest trip?
From my third and latest trip.
Because we did embed some pictures on the previous trip that you had. And so we'll have new pictures and we'll be embedding it throughout this video. But have you anything unique about the photographic part of this trip? Or has it pretty much been the same? Is there any particular picture you want to talk about that we can embed in here?
Every trip I make to North Korea is different. You work with different people. It's never the same people. And this time, my last trip, I had my own minder, and he had his own minder. So we're closely watched. We can't leave the hotel.
Can you explain a little bit, if someone didn't watch a previous video, what is a minder in North Korea?
So a minder in North Korea is a government official from the foreign ministry that follows you everywhere you go. And if they don't like the image that you've taken, they ask you to delete the image. So, and then my minder has a minder to make sure that I'm not influencing my minder. So they are very concerned about all our movements there, and that's just the conditions that you have to work under.
To help the kids.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what's always kind of on at the back of your head.
Yeah.
You're not there for political reasons. You're there to highlight the charity that you're working with to help the children. And is that where most of the pictures, like obviously they'll take you to certain places where they want you to take pictures.
Well, the amazing thing about working with this charity is I see so much of the countryside that nobody else has access to. So there is some tourism in North Korea, but most of the tourism is focused on the main city of Pyongyang. So we actually spend 95% of our time outside of the city, in the countryside, up north by the Chinese border. So it's really incredible access. And I think people need to remember I don't go there as a journalist, so I go there for the charity, which uses the pictures for fundraisings. They also use it to send out to other publications because there's such a huge appetite for information. So I'm there working for the charity.
Oh, very good. Okay. So we'll embed pictures and we'll link to the charity. I think I didn't do that the last time.
Okay.
But we'll link at the bottom.
Try and support it.
Yeah, very
amazing
good.
work.
What is the next project that you did after that, or was it boring?
I went to the Arctic.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I went up to Greece Fjord, which is the most northern inhabited part of Canada, and spent some time in the community there. I spent some time on a ship going around to the different ports, and that was a huge eye opener for me. I've been north, but not quite that far north, so it was really nice to get that far north and see the landscape. And it was, it was weird because it was in August, but there were still icebergs floating around,
Oh, wow.
polar bears jumping around from berg to berg. We'll embed some of those here too.
Oh, excellent.
But and it never got dark. So the sun just kind of set around 1:30 and then started to rise again.
It kisses the water and then comes back up again.
That was pretty amazing to see.
Very good. And now that, so there may be other things in between, but we got 9 minutes. Maybe
We're just going to hit the
half.
highlights.
We're going to hit the highlights, but now we're in Hong Kong.
Yeah, we are.
And this is a good time of year.
November is the best time. It is. The air is clear and the weather's good and it's not too hot, so it's not, the humidity's gone. I love November in Hong Kong's great.
And so both of us married Hong Kong Chinese women.
We
Our
did.
wives are from Hong Kong.
Yep.
My wife was born in Canada, but her family's here.
Okay.
And I love coming here. But photographically, you want to talk about Hong Kong?
It's great. I mean, it's nice. I lived here for a long time, and I think when you live somewhere for a long period of time, you walk by things that maybe you should be photographing. So when you come back and you revisit, and it reminds you that you come back with different eyes, and it's great. I'm seeing so many pictures and I'm going to locations that I actually hadn't been before. So it's great. It's a good time. Yeah, it's a great place for street photography, I think.
And now we can segue a little bit into the fact that I've seen you basically shooting with your iPhone X/iPhone 10. How do you like? I mean,
it's a great tool. Actually, I just did a video on some surfers. If you want to put the link in.
Oh yeah, we'll put a link down here. Yeah.
So I shot the whole thing on the iPhone 10. I did it in Tofino. Shot it in about 2 days. Got in the water with a little, one of those cheap bags you can buy on Amazon for a smartphone. And I used some footage on with a gimbal, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's just, it does have its restraints when you're using a smartphone, but you tend to compensate in other ways. But it's a great tool.
And I saw you using it in the MTR, which is probably better than whipping out something like this.
Yeah, that just freaks people out.
It's a beautiful camera.
I think they call the cops when they see that.
Exactly, but but you were very discreet with your iPhone 10, and you were getting shots that you probably wouldn't have gotten with a proper camera. Yeah, which is.
I love just sort of just holding the iPhone like this and just hitting that volume button, or using the headphones and using the volume rocker just to pop off pictures, and people just think you're listening to music, and it's great. And it's not because I want to be sneaky, it's just because you actually can get real moments that people aren't distracted by, and because often I find with street photography, when you're using this great piece of equipment here, people are often distracted when you go like this. They immediately turn like, why am I being photographed? What's wrong? Yeah. But with the iPhone, it's so like, everybody's taking pictures all the time with phones.
It's invisible. It blends, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Now that how much time do we have now? 5 minutes? Perfect. So let's talk a little bit about us visiting Mr. David Chan, going back to the past, because you used to deal with David. Actually, you introduced me to Mr. David Chan a couple of years ago.
I bought my first Canon film camera from David Chan.
In like
Canon EOS 1. He bought my old Nikon gear, which was...
You should never sold.
Well, it was a F4S. It wasn't very good.
Oh
F4S?
yeah, no,
it was. The autofocus was awful. Nikon was not having a good couple of years, and he bought all my old Nikon gear at a very poor rate, and of course, and then sold me the Canon gear. Yeah.
And how was it like going back and seeing Mr. Chan?
I felt like asking him for my money back.
Yeah. Well, that's why he's so successful. Now he collects cars.
I know.
Scarves
I contributed to one of those cars.
He took us out for lunch as
well.
He
did. He bought us lunch. He was very gracious.
He's a real
character. I really enjoy going there and looking at It's scary. It scares me going in there because my wallet feels like it might be lighter one day.
That's why you have the wife back at home and,
Yeah,
and
not
you're
keeping
over
an
here.
eye on me. Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a great time, and we'll be embedding lots of pictures as well. Maybe we'll shoot another video in Vancouver. But
Okay.
thank you for coming to Hong Kong.
Yeah. No, I love hooking up with you and working on projects.
Yeah, and he'll be in the documentary, so look out for the documentary. And then maybe back in Vancouver, we could do like an M10 and an iPhone 10 shootout. The battle of the 10s.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we'll have time to do it in Hong Kong.
And we were talking about doing a film workshop
At Filmworks, yes. So we're
in
gonna
the spring.
in the spring.
Yeah.
So is it the spring? I thought we were gonna do it in the fall. So we have
3 minutes.
3 minutes. So I mean, we're about to wrap up. So keep an eye out for John's Instagram account
At John Lehmann.
at John Lehmann, as well as are you not
You'll
much.
put it in the show notes, though.
I'll
right?
put it all in
Yeah.
the notes here. So
I'm
just
so close to 10,000 followers.
help him.
I just
get-
need like 700 more, please.
please. You can buy.
I never beg, but I just
You just wanna have
10,000 is such a
10,000.
landmark, and then I could just say 10K instead of writing it all out.
But then
So-
you gotta wait for the 0.1. Then you gotta get 100 just to get the 1.
Oh really?
Yeah, of course, because they're not gonna be like 0.01.
Okay,
So-
I need 800 more followers.
800 more followers. So follow John,
Just
guys.
for my ego.
Just for his ego and for his hair. He needs more followers. So are we gonna close out with the click? And are you gonna
Yeah.
forward? Are you gonna press?
I'm gonna grab this M10, which is just conveniently sitting here,
All right.
with this super sexy 7514.
Yes, which is me and David talked about it. It's not this. People want the 90, but I think the 75 is an awesome focal length. So thanks for John. Thanks for watching, and also again thanks Annie Barton for letting us use this location.
Great camera straps.
Great camera straps as well. David, thank you so much. And we'll talk to actually what David, why don't you just scooch in here?
Yeah, scooch in,
Just
Dave.
scooch in. Just like sit.
You handsome
here.
devil, you.
And you want to grab here.
Careful
So
the cat.
this is
Oh,
my
sorry.
honey. And so you want to click with us here. And so thanks for watching and happy shooting.
Click.
Why is this not? Oh, there you go.
I'm the only professional here that's actually taking pictures.
Why is it not working here? There you go. Why is this not working? Oh, I'm so sad.
All the way.
All the way?
Oh.
All right.
Failure.
Fail.
Failure to launch.
Failure. Digital.
Is it? I hope is it still rolling?
Might be.
What if
I think we have
stopped?
2 minutes.
Okay. All right.
I think that's a good
It's
place
still
to
rolling?
It's good.
It's still got a minute and a half.
All right. Actually, we should put David's Instagram account here. How do you rate your?
Wait, no. They're supposed to follow me, not David.
Oh yeah.
How many
So as soon
followers-
as he gets to his 800, then you can start following.
I promise
yeah.
to give you
Okay.
a couple of my followers.
Yeah.
Okay. And so,
Yeah.
David, what is your Instagram account?
DPM 888.
DPM 888. Oh, it's a
Yeah.
very Asian thing to have
Yeah,
so
it
many
is.
eights.
It is.
Yeah,
Did you
that's
think
why.
did you think
98.
you're Asian? Maybe.
Sometimes, yeah.
888. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Then they
follow-
see my picture and they know it better. So.
so follow David, follow John. You don't have to follow me.
Because you're already following.
You probably yes, you probably already. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one. You're right. All right.